As many of you know, I've had my eye on a metal detector since 2020. And this one is wildly different than what is popular and selling quickly today. It's almost like if you are not offering a product that says simultaneous multi-frequency, you are not being taken seriously by the consumer. But I've had my eye on this detector because of the way that it tests. And then you read analog. This is a analog detector. Although it's not much, you guys give me a little revenue to play with each month, and I have reinvested in my channel time and time again. So I went all in on a analog detector. All right, let's open this up, shall we? Oh darn, there's tape. I'll be back. Digital interfaces and too much packaging tape can sometimes really perplex me. All right, now we're ready. The world's best depth penetration and discrimination accuracy. Oh man, that's a coil. That's huge. Oh my goodness. Wow. And I seem to have a note. Well, don't store, try me. I don't think that's a store. Oops. Okay, I will. Okay, this is where the battery goes, and I see these are screws on the bottom. So you're going to unscrew these, and you can put batteries in and put it in here. Can't wait to see this thing lit up. And the shaft is really nice. Yeah, that's comes in 3 parts, I see, that extend. I only have one hand right now. Trying to turn this one, but you know, 3 ways that you can extend it, and that's really cool. I just realized this says don't stare, try me. Okay, so this is going to be the coil that I use first. Wow, this is it's not small in size, but it is it's thin. So this is called the Silver Scout coil, and this is what I'm going to use in the New York parks, the ones that are really congested with trash. When I have an open shot, this is the one that goes to China. Now, as for this, it's alive. Oh, so cool. Now, what do I hope to get out of this? Unless if it's a ground-penetrating radar, all detectors operate on the same principle, which is induction balance. But if you follow the patent trail, there are some differences to detectors. There are some technologies that are thrown in. That was an eloquent speech, scientifically speaking. Thank you. It's my working hypothesis that the metal detector that the entire industry is trying to emulate right now is the Equinox. The Equinox invented modern target separation. It's almost like if you have 3 targets within a small space, you could just shimmy the coil and it's like a laser beam gets sent down and you could identify all 3. Now, what do I want out of this? Look at this comment. In multi-IQ, Minelab throws the kitchen sink at the coil. The new 900 series and the Manticore include the lower 2.5 kilohertz. So what do I want out of this? I want a different take. I want a different look. If everybody is trying to emulate the Equinox or the Manticore, you're getting a formula that is repeated. In theory, simultaneous multi-frequency is supposed to cover everything. But there's people that still feel that there's something missing.
When I'm hunting in farm fields in Ohio, Midwest, where there's little to no modern trash and iron is the hardest part of it. Getting through the iron is the obstacle. I have found time and time again, analog detectors are better.
It's the moment I've been waiting for a long time. It is Nexus time. So this is how you ground balance a analog detector, at least the Nexus. You got the volume button here. I'm going to turn it on in a minute, but really there's two dials that you need to work with. When you're ground balancing, you want the VCO tone to be off, and you're going to be working with this. And basically, if you hear a sound when you're pushing down, that means you have to go to the left. If you hear a sound when you're pulling up, you have to turn this to the right. Let me show you what I mean. Turn this on, and again, make sure that this is off. Now let's pull up. No sound going up. Sound going down. No sound going up, sound going down. That means we turn this to the left. You be quiet. Sound going down still. Turn this. You could also adjust the volume control. Oh, but now look, we went too far because we're getting the sound going up. So you have to adjust this until there's nothing. Getting quieter. There we go. Manual ground balance. All right, I got my headphones and we are going to Magic Park. Let's go. Just quick prefacing, Magic Park I have hit with about 8 to 10 detectors at least. I've brought my friends there. It is single-handedly or group-handedly hunted out, but we call it Magic Park because they're just, it's like stuff just shows up. All right, so that's repeating, that's short enough. Let's do it. Okay, you're not kidding. Now, this is the first real target. I just got a nice button. Look at this. Now, I've been over this ground a zillion times. We call this Magic Park because stuff just keeps appearing. That's a great start. Wow. Yeah, so this is a close-up of the button. I have no clue what design this is. Interestingly, you see some iron in the back. Could that be why it was missed? I don't know. It probably just was just swept over. Yeah, so we got some aluminum at the surface. I just had to adjust the ground balance. That's screaming. Man, I might actually take off the headphones because I want the volume to be up. There's nobody here today. Let me take off the headphones. All right, volume is up. Threshold I turned up. Disc I have down. Yeah, it's kind of important for you to see how low I have disc. In this video, I pull a lot of aluminum foil. I'm going to edit some of that, make it quick. But I really was at one of the lowest settings. I'm an all metal mode hunter when I hunt in a digital detector. Okay, I just spent a few minutes getting a whole lot of nothing. Just got this. I mean, in fairness, I have hunted this park like you wouldn't believe. Now, let's see what this is. And okay, we got a it's a rivet. It's a part of an old saddle that's consistent with what we've gotten here in the past. Man, look at the color coming through. Is that a silver rivet? I've never seen one of those, if that's the case. And it appears to be around iron. That's pretty incredible. Look at that. I do think that that's silver. I'll get you a better picture of this, and we might actually dissect this, see what it's made out of. Yeah, great, dissect. That's a lot of pressure. Take a look at this, though. That, to me, looks like iron around it. That's the way that iron decomposes. I don't know if that's the right word. And this, that's silver to me. So, I don't know. At the very least, this is something that is conductive. And it's around something that is not conductive. Is that a 9? I didn't even see that. So that might have some detail there. But really the point that I'm trying to show you is we got silver, well, we got something around iron. And it was able to pull that. And you heard the gentleman's comments about analog being superior in iron. Well, this supports that. Whether it's depth or enhanced use in iron, this detector is worth every penny if it can prove to have a different dimension than everything else that's on the market. We got changing colors on this. Well, that one I got fooled. It's a big piece of iron in here. Yeah, that's mostly iron. That's all iron. Okay, let's go. All right, just to test, I have my disc set almost non-existently. Let's turn up the disc. Yeah, that would have fooled it. So the reason that was operator error was because of this. I had this off, the VCO tone. And again, you turn this off when you ground balance. I had just ground balanced and I forgot to turn this back on. That put it in all metal, and the little amount of disc that I had, which would have caught the iron, it did not catch the iron. No, I stand corrected. The problem I had was I didn't have the I re-ground balanced and I didn't turn on the VCO tone. Listen to the difference. Same piece of metal. All right, I'm getting a orange. Green to orange signal. Foil. Okay, you're not going to believe this. There was one signal that disappeared. We found a magnet. I dug into it and it stuck to my digging tool. Green to yellow. Below the plug, it's junk. I'm seeing white. Not surface. All right, it is a dime. Yeah, we just got a dime. Okay, all right, let's get an iffy signal here. And remember, this coil is not the one that's meant to go super deep. This is the separate in trash and iron coil. Here we go. This one's below the plug. There we go. Ah. It is a copper wire. All right, gonna dig this. Are you kidding me? We have our second button of the day. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Okay. Listen, finding pieces of history is always fantastic. But you got to separate the quality of the pull versus the history. Now, this was one that could have been found, I think, by other detectors. It wasn't, for whatever reason. Whether it be myself or my friends who went there, we chose not to pull this. But compared to that signal where the iron was connected to the piece of silver, I'll put this, I'll put this on a lower scale. right by the button. Aluminum bottle cap. Dig. Below the plug. Piece of metal. I mean, that's what metal detectors get. But aluminum. Aluminum. Can slaw. Dig. This is actually below the plug. And look at this. It's a Cheerio. You got a Cheerio from the 1800s. That's phenomenal. I've always wanted a Cheerio from the 1800s. It's off my bucket list right now. That's cool. That's a good pull. Just FYI, I changed the ground balance again. I've been checking every, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes. It's something that we take for granted on modern detectors. But it's easy enough to do this. All right, so we've got an interesting one here. In the plug and, wait, below the plug and in the plug. Below the plug, in the plug. Got this from above. There seems to be something else here. Something conductive up here too. These were next to each other. And something else down here. Okay, I kid you not. Oh my God, look at this. It's a fireman's head. YouTube probably limited this video in search now because I said that. Oh well. I wonder if the rest of the fireman is there. We got iron down here. And we got like the fire guy. Look at this. Let me swing, but that is fascinating. Seems to be something else down here. Okay, we didn't get all of them. This is a little disturbing. Somebody broke apart the fireman. Who does that? Who does that? Okay. Yeah, so to counter the algorithm, perhaps you could hit the like button for me right now, or if you haven't yet, the subscribe button. That would be greatly appreciated because this video is going to be at the bottom of search now. So that was a metal detecting hole that had a variety of stuff. It had pull tabs, it had iron, it had firemen. And the point is ferrous and non-ferrous. And it did a really good job of being able to say, all right, there is non-ferrous stuff in there. And in the section of the hole next to it, I found a pull tab part. Where's the rest of the fireman? We're missing his leg now. Too long. I'm not gonna dig that. We got 3/4 of a fireman. All right, let me ground balance first. So I'm gonna turn this off. All right, so down to the left. Now to the right, I went too far. All right, that's pretty even. So let's turn this back on. Now, if nothing else, this gives you new possibilities. Gives you a different look. That I would dig. That I would dig. Sounds small. And this is a park that I pounded. So that was 3 signals right there. Yes, I would dig that. I would dig that. See aluminum there? That's the problem here. Now I'm trying to hear depth on this, and I know this is not the deep toil. And there's no depth meter. Can't get that to repeat. Can't get that to repeat in the same spot. All right, let's go looking for something deep with this coil. All right, I got something under the plug here. What the heck is this? Let's dig. This was about 4 or 5 inches down, and we are proud owners of... Is this a wheat cent? Might be a wheat cent. I think it's going to be a wheat cent. Yes, it is. 1 cent. Proud owners of a wheat cent. How about that? Pencil. Dig. All right, we're below the plug here. And I might actually see it. I do, yeah. It's a key below the plug. This is a pipe, copper. Another signal below the plug. Oh man, it's another. This is a pole vault thing for a mouse. That's incredible. All right, we've seen these before. That was pretty deep, maybe 5-6 inches. We just got another dime clad. You know, other than the piece of iron that was operating error or operator's error, I haven't dug any iron today whatsoever. Hear the iron there? It didn't show me swinging over it on this, but I was fooled here. I just want to point out, hear that skip in there? That's what this is supposed to sound like when it's a piece of iron. According to this, it's conductive. I misdug. Well, I clearly jinxed it. There was one big piece that threw it off. Wonder what this is. That could have been cool back in the day. You really don't need the pinpoint. Look at this while you swing slowly. Right there. Uh-oh. We got a coin. It's nickel sized. Well, Jefferson nickel. Okay. I'm sure I would have dug that. Okay. This thing's like an emoji. Look at that. Green, go. Deep in the hole. Not terribly deep, but deep enough. Are you kidding me? We got a ancient pair of pliers, I guess. Wow, you wouldn't believe how much of this I'm pulling up. Oh, we are on the silver. I really should have did this for the rivet, but
Haagen-Dazs has been unlocked.
We are on the silver. There we go. There we go. Look at that. This might be old. Look at that. Is that a wheelbarrow? What is this? And that's part of a chain. I think there's more. Yep, here's another part. I think I just saw another part. Oh, I see it. Yep. Another little piece of chain right here. Another little piece of chain. Here's the locking end. No, we sure split that thing. Jeez. I'll give it another swipe. Nothing with the pin pointer. I think we got some. I'm gonna dig that with the metal detector. Well, it sure could get small stuff. Look at this. We got the dirt still attached. We got a little silver bell. Charm. Okay, great job. Whoa, look at this. This is, I guess a dog chain. Look at that. There's a lot of horse history here. It could be. All right, so first things first, here is my first piece of silver with the Nexus. And that is quite a pull. I gotta keep my fingers together not to lose any of it. But yeah, bracelet, really cool. Now, okay, Meryl, concentrate. Now the next steps. Now this was the Park coil that the founder of Nexus, Georgy Chaucev, was kind enough to send me. I want to be clear. I purchased this detector. This was very nice of him. I purchased it with this coil, and I was under direct orders or suggestions to use this first. You saw the note at the beginning. I did. This is the Dig to China coil. And you better believe that is very much up next. So stay tuned. We are going to test that, and great first dig. Great job to the Nexus. I'm very impressed. I do feel that it gave me another dimension. So I'll see you in the next video.